Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. If you're here
Hey.
watching the replay, hi.
Hi. How are you?
How are you? Well, I don't know what kind of accent that was, but
Uh,
um. So, what are you reading?
I am reading to hopefully finish another series before the end of the year. The Duke with the Dragon Tattoo by Kerrigan Byrne.
Oh, okay.
So we started that one.
Are you liking it?
Yeah, I'm liking it. It has a lot of the same. It's really kind of bringing the first book kind of full circle, like a really good book end, I think. So excited about it.
No, take him with you. I don't want him. I don't want him. Oh Lord, my daughter's in here. Anyways, I am still making my way through The Ordeals by Rachel Greenlaw. It's like an academy book type thing.
The
Magical.
ordeals.
The Ordeals, yeah. She like is basically tied to her uncle by magic and she can never leave. And the only out she has been able to find is if she goes to this basically magical school to hone her abilities. She's an illusionist, and then she has to team up with this guy that's a botanist. And the ordeals is actually trials. There are these trials to get into the college. So she's not even like
In the
in the
college, yeah.
school. Yeah, she's like basically a what do they call them? Like a I don't know. She's a hopeful. That's what they call them, a hopeful to get into the college. And there was 50 of them, and it whittles down to like whoever survives them all. Basically, they're all you could die, and they're like if you die or you fail, you're out. Kind of thing.
That's
So
great. We
I
love
actually
our
really like it.
trials.
What's that?
So we love our trials.
I know, and I love when they're deadly. So
Yes, deadly
yeah,
trials.
yeah.
Probably all started for the Hunger Games for me. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, probably. I definitely read those when they came out. Well, not when they came out, actually. I think they were all done when I read them. But I liked them. But I
Hmm.
like these more because they're also spicy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, speaking
So
of
yeah.
books
Sorry.
that
Go ahead.
aren't Deadly Trials, our book pick for this month, the
Captured by
Captured
the
by the Pirate Laird.
yes.
Did you finish book?
I did not. I made it though to 30%.
You got farther than me then. 'Cause I could not with this book. As soon as he was like a nice pirate, I lost complete interest in this book. It's like, no.
It's I'm not a fan of insta love and insta lust. It was literally that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
there's
it
no tension.
was.
There's nothing. What are we here for? There's no
She
tension.
There was nothing going on. There was literally nothing. He's like, "Oh, sorry, you're here and I didn't mean to take you, but I'll get you home as soon as I can." And that was so boring.
There wasn't really any conflict besides her already technically being married by proxy.
Yeah, to
But
a
like
bad guy.
even that, if he was even talking about at the time that I stopped reading was like, maybe I can figure get a way to get that annulled, and I'm like, dude, my man, like this is like so
Dude,
like
just keep
there's
her on
no
the
conflict.
island. You're good. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. I'm sure she wants to stay. And then the even the what is it, the Baron or the Earl or whatever she was,
Yeah,
married
the guy.
to, he was kind of mustache twirly in a little way. So I
Yeah,
was just like,
the very surface level characters that you've seen before, I feel like, and you're just like, there's nothing, no depth.
he
Didn't
was
really
just
care
nice.
because of that. I just didn't care.
He doesn't care. Yeah, it was just too nice. I don't like nice.
Nice pirate.
Maybe Becky will like this one.
I know. I don't like because it's like literally they feel like they're friends to lovers, so she might like this
I don't
one.
know. They're like not even friends, but they're just like, oh, polite. They're that total polite. You know what I mean? Like they're very polite to each other.
And
I
it was
couldn't
just,
stand it.
it's also like kind of ends to lust a little bit too. And I was just like, wow, I'm like, there's
She's
just
Bonnie. Oh, ugh. Everything about
hand
it
in
was
hand.
just, it was almost like a Hallmark, like Scottish pirate movie.
It was, it's almost like a Hallmark attempt at a spicy book.
Yes. Yes, I couldn't stand it. I was, anyways. So, because we both DNF'd this book, we decided to pivot and revisit some of all of our books that we've read this past year and kind of talk about rehash them, I guess. And maybe at the end we'll say which one was our favorite. If we can pick a favorite.
Yeah. And then also that helps us maybe direct for next year what we want to do for our books for book club. So like what is there a
Right.
series you want to continue or
Or
maybe try
what are we
what
feeling
else to
like?
try? Hmm.
Yeah, are we feeling like anything mixing it up and bringing anything new in or
Yeah.
we'll see. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't have any images because I have a tablet and it's StreamYard stupid and won't let
You got to
me.
use your imagination with this one.
Everyone could just type it up on their
We're
phone.
not we're not B, okay? We can't do that fancy stuff.
We're not fancy pantses over
All
here.
right, what did we read for January? I forgot.
It was Flowers for the Devil by V.
Oh,
Kahani.
that's right. This is the one also I did not really love that much. Angel.
Our first male author, I think, as well for the book
Our
club.
first our first male author. I thought that was interesting. I think it
Hmm.
was written well. It was written very well.
It is, yeah, it was. Um, I liked the Mr. Jekyll, like, is it Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde? No, Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll. I can always get those mixed up. Kind of
One of
vibes
those.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some things I think in the past that kind of gave me the ick a little bit, and it was like my instinct was to give it a 5, but I think I landed at like a 4 star at the end, after sitting on it for a little bit. So that was
Yeah.
my that's what I remember.
Oh, that's right. This was too romantic for my taste. This was the one where it was ooey gooey.
I like the romance. I think I just needed more of that mysterious part of it that I remember.
Yeah. I remember it was very well written and I liked parts of it, but I think I just
Hmm.
couldn't get behind this romance at all. It gave me the ick.
In some parts, yeah.
It was just too much. It was too flowery romantic for me. I'm way too much of a cynic for it. Oh, like no.
So what did you ended up rating it? I don't remember.
I gave it 3 stars, and then it said this. I actually wrote something. Sometimes I don't write anything, and then I
Okay.
said, "This is absolutely a 5-star book for those that like a deeper, more meaningful, flowery, even romance and story. The end was beautiful as well. I'm just a certain type of reader, and this is not my jam." So I can see why people love the book. And I love that like his backstory type of thing, right? Where um it talks about how he got to where he is, right? With the as a kid, stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? This was that one where it had a good backstory. But
Yeah, I like the letters part too.
see, I think part of the letters is sometimes too where it lost me because I was just so bored.
I'm trying to
But I
remember.
liked some of the letters. It just wasn't for me. But I liked that it was unique in the fact that yes, we had a male author. It was historical, almost historical fiction, not fantasy, right? There was no
It's
fantasy elements in
historical, yeah,
this.
it's historical romance, but it's one of those that like it could be it's how well it was. Hold on, I'm trying to get the same. Why won't it
Oh,
go? Okay.
you're okay.
It was historical romance, but it did have a feeling of like a historical fiction. Like I could see it be a movie or something like that. It also had some commentary on like the political side of it as well that I thought was really interesting.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it was fine for me, but I know you and Becky really loved it, so
yeah,
yeah. All right.
yeah. All right, let me try to figure out the other one. Hold on. What was the other one? They updated this thing and it's like so dumb now.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
like
don't like the new StreamYard, so
it's got like timers and such.
what?
Yeah,
Maybe they're just trying to make it so you don't have to like put a whole different screen or anything.
I don't know. I think they're just trying to make my. I'm just a cynic.
I'm doing this one. I am. I am Oliver's mom. I don't know who this is, but yes, I'm Oliver's mom.
Oh, that's funny. Your famous on here now.
Oh gosh, we have weird
Till
ones.
February.
We have what's going on here?
I have no idea. What is?
Oh, look.
Oh, I did
Oh,
see.
okay. I think I know maybe who you are. One of. Anyways. Anathema. One we both loved.
5 stars for both of us. Yeah.
5 stars for both of us. This was long. It was dark. It was creepy. And it was awesome. And the romance was really good too.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It had the perfect, to me, the perfect like gothic fantasy romance with a weird, scary forest. It had atmosphere. It had a lot of darker elements, horror elements. Just awesome.
Yeah, it did.
Perfection to me.
Yeah. It was also perfection to me too. It was deep too. It was oh god, I love Maeve. I love her so much. And I just adore her. And also, what's his face too? I'm so bad with names. What's his name? The Scorpion dude.
Zavander.
Zavander, thank you. He is one of my favorites.
What in the heck is going on in the
I
chat?
don't know.
Like, what is
Block
this?
some people here. Don't ask me. Why can't I see it? Oh, because it's on my channel. That's why, right?
Mm.
That's why. Why
Yeah, it's on
can't
your channel.
I? Okay, this one gets to be put a user in timeout. He's going into
Mm-hmm.
the other one can stay because I agree. Oliver is the goat, but we're gonna talk romance books, dude. So I don't know that you want to stay in this one. Go talk to Oliver. Do you want his phone? Sorry. Anyways, I think I
Yes.
blocked that guy. Otherwise, I put him on timeout. I don't know if that worked.
Yes.
And it
So
was
that
just
one I
really
think is pretty close to being the top contender for me, Anathema.
it was my favorite book of last year because I'm pretty sure I read this. Didn't I? Did we not read it last year? No,
February.
we read it this year.
We read it
Okay,
this
yeah.
year. That's how
Yeah.
crazy it is. Because we just read
Yeah.
Eldridge too, so I know.
I know. I haven't done my top 10 yet for my
Yeah,
top
I haven't
20.
either. So I'm like, it's a mystery to me, just as everyone else right now, because I have no idea what my top
Oh,
10 is
did
yet.
I do my top reads? I don't know. I did my top romantasy, I think.
I probably will do like maybe top 5. I don't know like how Becky does it this year. Like this year, usually I do a top 10 romantasy and top 10 historical romance, but I
Mm.
think I'm gonna post my top 10 probably on the 2nd in January because I just want to give every book a chance that I read in December.
I feel like I'm forgetting that
I
I
hope.
read books. I thought I read this last year, but it's just
Yeah,
been
this,
it was
I
February.
I thought so too, but I was like, oh yeah, we did read this February. It was so why does it feel like so long ago? This year is
Yes,
crazy.
it is. All right, yeah, but this one was awesome. And it's unfortunate that I don't think Eldritch, well, we'll get there,
Yeah.
lived
There's
up to it.
Becky.
Hey, Becky. We were just talking about you as we were talking about Flowers for the Devil and how it was too romantic for me, but it was definitely one of your favorites. My angel.
And you might have liked our December book club. We DNF'd, so you might
Yeah,
have
we
liked
both DNF'd our December book, but you might like
it. They're too nice.
They're too nice. I know she's tired of the broody male enemies,
I
love
can see
interests
that.
that are just sarcastic and stupid. I get it. All right, what do we read for March?
March was a historical romance, Dare to be a Duchess by Satna Bog.
Oh yeah, I liked this one.
Yes,
I
it
forgot what
had
I
a
rated it.
masquerade. I really enjoyed it. It was very sensual,
Yeah.
and it was um a BIPOC character as well that I enjoyed having that representation in historical romance, which you don't really get. And I think, yeah, I think it was a 4 star for me. I liked the sensuality of it as well. And I think it was her first historical romance that she ever written. So it was really, really well written for a debut.
I remember this now. I wish she wrote more historicals, but she only wrote this one and the second one, right?
Hmm.
There's like two.
I
And
think
then
there might be a third one in the series, but primarily she writes contemporary. It
yeah,
looks
I
like.
also won 4 stars. I loved the writing in it. I think the writing was beautiful in it. However, my downfall was that there really wasn't much plot except for the matchmaking in it, and the matchmaking
Yeah,
was just like not enough of a plot for me to be interested in it more than that. But
yeah,
I
same.
definitely really enjoyed what she was putting down on the page. I just wanted a little bit more from it.
Yeah, a little bit more conflict, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
Besides the mother-in-law, future mother-in-law being really not a nice person, it really didn't have much of a conflict besides, I think that.
It felt more of those like day in the life type of books.
Hmm.
And I just personally need more drama than that. Like I
Yeah.
need something to happen.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
But
All
this
right.
was a good one. I think it was a good pick for historical.
Yeah. And there is a second one, so that is an option that we could always go back and revisit.
We could.
But let me. Okay. So the next one that we had in April, unfortunately, was a dud. I think we both
Oh
DNF'd this.
yeah. This
By Nell Nicole.
post-apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic book,
Yes.
something different.
It was not
Um, to me,
fun.
it was hard to get through because it felt like there wasn't really great setting, like setting the story. I felt I was dropped into the middle of a plot, a conflict, without much context on what we were there for, who were these characters, what is the tension and with the relationship dynamics. It was just like we already should have known this information, so that's why it felt like the middle of a series almost.
Yeah,
So
I didn't even write anything about this book. I just know that I read it a little bit and then it seemed like there was nothing happening, like at
mhm,
all. And it wasn't going anywhere. And you and I were both just feeling like this was such a slog, and all they were doing was talking. And I think when
mhm.
I DNF'd, there was some kind of an explosion or something that happened, but
Yeah,
nothing occurred from that. You know what I mean? Like nothing came of that. So it was a hard one. And I think this might be one of the most disappointing books because I was so into this whole synopsis. of this post-apocalyptic world, and then it was also an indie author. And is this the whole thing now where you just get a bunch of like random strangers coming into your show? Like, do we not set a setting here?
I don't know. Well, it's Saturday night. I feel like I was seeing this a lot whenever people have
Saturday night
Saturday Night
shows.
Live. So,
Okay, we're gonna
because
put more people in timeout.
a lot of
Bye,
people are
Steve.
online on Saturdays.
Bye, Steve. You're now in timeout.
Oh dear Lord.
You're in timeout for 86,000 seconds. Anyways, yeah, I think this is probably my most disappointing of our book club picks, because I was really hopeful for this one, because I was totally in the mood for post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I read another post-apocalyptic book this year too that I was so excited about. I had on my TBR for a long time, and as I'm reading it, it was so boring, and so I DNF'd it. No, I'm like, maybe it's one of those things where I'm in the mood for that dystopian, not even dystopian, like post-apocalyptic, like right as the world is ending, like right after it ends, and what's happening to those people. And they're not hitting. The only one that's hitting is one that's not even a romance. So,
Mm.
and it's a zombie book. So
Maybe
it's
that's
more
also
hard.
hard to do. Is it really hard to do? I can imagine writing that, besides what the ones that we're used to, which is dystopian that I'm used to, but like from the
Yeah.
YA side, maybe it's hard
Yeah.
to write
I
post-apocalyptic.
don't know. Like it feels like you have all the elements there. You have something huge that happens to the world, right? And everyone's scrambling to figure out what's going on after it. And so you think the elements are there for a good dramatic story, but I don't know.
Isn't well no, doesn't Claire Kent I've heard of her. I heard she writes post-apocalyptic romance, I think, right? Post-apocalyptic. I can't even say that word. I don't know why I'm trying. But doesn't she write those?
She writes dystopian.
Like
So
I thought she
yeah,
also wrote some post-up. I don't want to say it.
post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post
It's a hard word to say. Apparently, that's my hard
um
challenging word today.
yeah, no, I think hers are more dystopian. So dystopian is more like years later, society has kind of rebuilt itself to this other thing, right? So that's kind of like apocalyptic is like, I guess, as the world has ended, and then post is like just recently after people are still trying to figure things out. I mean, they're all very similar, so I don't know. It's just
Yeah. Um, do you want to move on to May?
yes, let's go on to May. Like, I have no
That's,
idea what's happening in the
I don't
chat.
know what's happening either, but
I'm putting lots of people on timeout, so you can stay if you're not weird. How about that?
So this one was another disappointment for both of us. Is Destiny's This was during the Ever After-a-thon for May.
Yes,
Destiny's
Destiny's
Captive
Captive.
by Beverly Jenkins. And unfortunately, I think it's because it was a book 3 in a series and she does a lot of family saga, so we missed a lot of context and where you need to read it in order from what
And this
I
was
learned.
again one of those where it just felt very slice of life. And I know Beverly Jenkins writes those kind of books, and I keep trying to find one that I absolutely love. And there's only been one book that I just love from Beverly Jenkins, and it's really because it has an explosive ending, kind of, and an unconventional, not even an unconventional romance, just an unconventional ending for her. So I don't know.
I think my main disappointment was it really wasn't much of a pirate romance, especially with the vibes that it was giving and like the premise and the blurb was all geared to be more of a pirate romance and it wasn't. It was like maybe 20%, not even that of the book.
The very beginning, it was cool, where she like kind of captures him, and he captures her back, and that kind of stuff. And then he's like, "You're mine," and then she's just like, "Okay." And then the next thing you know, they're just going to get married, and then on a train to like her family's house, and it's so boring. It was
I
disappointing.
also also didn't like where I had to read of other family members getting it on.
I know. Stop it. That was
I'm like, this
weird.
is weird. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Why are we talking about them?
Why do
And
I
this is,
care that they're on page right now, having their own happily ever after? I don't. But yeah, I think that's where you said like this was a book three, and that's probably other people from previous books that we didn't read. So we're like, we don't care about these people.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We
All
had a
right.
couple duds there in a row.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think that's why we had to mix things up. I think back with the maybe a good one that I knew would should be successful, which was in June, "The Scattered Bones" by Nicole Scarano.
Which I loved. Which I love. I love. Probably one of my
I wanted
all-time.
to love it so hard, and
I
I
know.
liked
I
it.
don't blame you. I don't blame you for not loving it as much as I do. It's fine. It's fine. You're wrong, but it's fine. No, I'm just kidding. Uh Possibly one of my all-time favorite movies or books. I should say. Like one of my all-time favorites. Like totally a surprising read for me. But I know you
I mean,
didn't feel
it's
the
good
same.
for a short book. It's just
Yeah.
for me, that's why I was concerned because I there's less opportunity to show versus tell when you have that. I know, Becky, I'm wrong. It's fine. I know I'm wrong. It's fine. It's okay. I can be wrong. It's just subjective. Taste is subjective. It's fine.
It is. It
I
is.
didn't hate it. It was in the middle of the road for me after, yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
I don't know what book this is.
Once You're Mine.
Once You're Mine. Um,
Is this a Johanna
their
Lindsay
mom
one?
read
'Cause
it.
that sounds like. Oh, is this the Morgan Bridges one? The
Oh,
stalker
maybe.
romance?
Maybe. If you didn't like it, try again. By subjective, you mean wrong.
But don't have an opinion. Just don't have it. Hey, I will say I liked, like I said, I loved the journey part with her and like her own hero's journey and actually seeing a female in their own hero's journey where you typically see a man in that kind of aspect. I actually enjoyed that part. The romance part, I wanted to believe in it more if we had more time with the characters and not just going through it so quickly and telling. I wanted to be there for that to be epic as well. So
Yeah.
that that's
See, I
why.
loved in this book the fact that you were kind of dropped into this. I mean, you're literally dropping in as she's like crawling in the desert, I think, right? Like that's the first scene you get. And she
I think
kind
so.
of flashes back, which I hate using that term sometimes because like sometimes it means like totally takes you out of the plot of this one, but she has a memory that helps her through the current state. So it even though it kind of does go back and forth between past and present, and you know what's going to happen to them in the past timeline, it's devastating still when you get to it. It's still devastating. Even you know what's going to
Yeah,
happen from the title of the book. You know what I mean? And then the
yeah.
whole thing with the stranger.
I say that even that, yes, that was like you can tell. It's just I wanted it to feel even more painful. Is that really the
Yeah.
thing I'm gonna say right now?
Yeah. You wanted to be absolutely. See, I was soul crushed, but that's okay. I get it.
I was like,
And it
oh, this is sad, but I'm like, I didn't. I almost wanted to shed a tear, but it just
didn't
my
come.
cold dead heart. It just couldn't because I wanted to
You damn
be
heart.
more invested in that romance part of it in the character. I know, man. It's fine.
I will say, as a criticism of a book I absolutely adore and love, I don't think it's a perfect book by any means. I agree that it's short, and this was one where I I could have read more. You know what I mean? I could have just ate up more of it, and then
Hmm.
I do think the ending is kind of quiet for how much happens in the rest of the book. It does have kind of a quieter ending, which I know why the writer did that. Like that's all they wanted. They didn't want drama. They just wanted to have their happily ever after. But like, usually you want the big ending, but it didn't have one of those.
And that's why it fits kind of like a smaller book like this. Um, it's, but I will say what's refreshing was that it was something different that no other kind of indie author really was doing. And I think that whole creative side of it is why I think it's gotten such good hype on it. It just for
Mhm.
me, it wasn't my preference, but I can appreciate that as an objective standpoint on that book.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
Becky?
I'm actually super excited for her next fantasy romance. It's like a Frankenstein uh mashup.
Oh
I
yeah.
forget what the other one is. So she's definitely going back to a little bit of a darker, more gothic-y type of romance. Let me see. I don't think you've read her like
Anything else? No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
no, her other series, it's not like super heavy romance, but there is a romance in it, but it's more like a crime thriller type of thing. It's
Mhm.
really creative and interesting. Like they really are. I think they're more like subtle books, but I still freaking love them. Like there's Autopsy of a Fairy Tale. Like all the crimes revolve around fairy tales in some way, and they're really interesting. Let's see. What does it say? It just says inspired by Frankenstein, a dark fantasy romance next year. I thought it was a mashup of something else, but anyways, I'm excited to see that one as well. Okay, what do we read for July?
Well, for July, we read Cat and Jack Woman by Stephanie Lawrence. You
Oh
thought it was a
God.
pirate romance. It was not.
I think I
Smuggling.
remember, but we finished this one.
Yeah, I don't know if I think you finished it. I finished it. I did rate it a 4 star. I like the middle part of it that like their romance was good and just it had a lot of tension. The plot suffered, and that's why it wasn't a 5 star. First,
Oh no,
because
I
I was
didn't.
set up for disappointment. It wasn't really a pirate. It was a smugglers on the wharf kind of seaside
Right. I didn't
situation.
finish it. I DNF'd it at 30% because I was bored.
Yeah. And I think if you had to go on a little bit more, then you would have like, okay, this is picking up a little bit. But even then, I don't think you would have really enjoyed it. It might have been like a 3 star for you. Um, it was, yeah. Besides that, it was like the plot side of it. There was some hidden identity, or like she was dressing up, I think, to like as a man to go cross dressing, going as a man to go to do all her shenanigans as a lady and that whole thing. And that part I enjoyed, so that gave me a lot of the fun adventure. I actually would have loved more of that kind of thing. It was the smuggling plot that was a little bit of a snooze fest,
Yeah.
for sure.
And
But it's the first, it's like book 0 in the Bastion Club, and I'm
yeah.
interested to read the next one, which is The Lady Chosen. That's the official first one in the Bastion Club, so I'm gonna probably try to read that this next year.
Um I thought I read a different pirate book. I read that Lindsay Sands book. I think that's what it was. Gosh.
Yeah, I think you read that during the Ever After-thon. Like both you and
D-
Amy, I think really liked it.
yes. Because I was gonna say, Lady Pirate. Historicals
That's
have
when we should
not
have
been
read that
hitting
one.
for me this year, period. Like they just haven't been doing it for me at all. Most of them I just have been finding boring, and maybe I'm just having a year where I'm picking boring books, but Lady Pirate was definitely a shining star, and I wish we read that for book club
Me
because that
too.
was
I was like, oh, you
fun.
guys were loving it, and I love Lindsay Sands anyway, so it would have been probably a hit for me. because I've
Maybe
been
it's
enjoying.
something for next year. Maybe we try a Lindsay Sands.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you need to read. Oh gosh, what's the one I always talk about? The one that's like Earl had to die. Literally, so freaking
Is
funny.
it?
It's
Okay.
like an Earl
I
had
need
to
to
die
find
situation. Dixie Chicks.
okay,
Hilarious.
I will read that. Lindsay Sands.
The
Doesn't
Countess, I think is what it's called.
does
She's
she
wearing a red.
write paranormal too?
Yeah, she does.
Oh wow. Okay.
It has
The
like a
Countess, you
vampire
think it's
series.
called?
Yeah, the Countess.
Okay.
I think she's got a red dress.
Madison Sisters. This one. Okay.
Yes, that one was fun.
Okay. What is going on? Okay, my computer had a hiccup again. I don't know what's going on. Oh, is it doing this thing where I've disappeared for a little bit again?
No, I just see your screen of the Countess.
Oh, yay. Okay. Well, mine, it just doesn't want to come up again. I'll be back.
Okay.
I just don't know when. It'll come up, but you can hear me as long as you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I do still love historicals, obviously, but I don't
We
know,
gotta find the
man.
right ones that are gonna hit.
And it's like you love the vintage ones and I love the new ones, but neither of them have been hitting for me.
I like a mixture. I
Yeah.
need both to sustain me because what I loved about the older ones was the more epic feeling sometimes and just the bonkers plot and some of them too as well. Oh, there you are. You're back.
I'm back.
Yay!
See, I don't know what it does. Like it hits something and then it takes a little bit, but anyways. Yeah, I you know me. I need to have like some kind of adventure in whatever I read. Like and this definitely was feeling like a conversation book, Captain Jack's Woman. It's too bad because I love the title. For some reason I loved that title.
I
Oh
know it
well.
was such a great title. That's what hooked me. Like, ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh well.
it was a letdown.
So then August.
August was your favorite, Smoke and Scar.
Lindsay Sands Vampire Paranormal is good. I love those. Maybe we'll try that. I
Mhm.
do think we should add a paranormal. Like a some kind of a paranormal. We read a paranormal this year, didn't we?
Last year we did one. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
did A Hunger Like No Other
Yeah.
last year. So either we do a
You
J.R. Ward or a Lindsay Sands one maybe paranormal.
I knew I kind of figured this was not a Becky book. It is 100% an April book. And I
Smoke
know
and
it's not your book either.
again at 3 star,
I
but
know. It was fine.
it had all the elements to where I almost loved it. I loved the D&D feeling, like an RPG feeling almost, with the just the found family with the characters going through all these different like challenges and quests together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that was so much fun. I just really maybe it'll develop more in book two, but I just the romance really just didn't hit for me. It felt like they were too nice. Like they're too much friends to lovers. And I love a good friends to lovers, Becky. I just need a little bit more. I need something to bring that tension.
They definitely in the first book, they start out as enemies, like mortal enemies. I mean, he thinks she killed his parents and he absolutely hates her. But it does change very quickly. And once they're
Yeah.
in the um I forget what it's called, the crucible. Once they're in the crucible and they're actually forced to work together with the rest of the cast of the characters, like I think things do change really quickly. He starts like even as she's saving him all these times, like she's like a million freaking times, and he starts to realize that he's not as powerful as he thinks he is. And all these other magical beings that he's been kind of kept away from, like, and he doesn't know anything about. And I think that's why I liked it more. Like, I see the potential for this huge world in this story, and I did just finish book two, and I really loved it as well. I will say for the romance part in book two, he's very much a simp for her the entire time. Like
Mhm.
he is like 100% she's all he can think about. So it's one of those. But there's a lot of these other elements that they're having to not they're trying not to be distracted by each other for. So I feel like the second book was much more CWE, which I'm not opposed to. I love a good CW book.
Mhm.
And I think we'll talk about it later where um we both read Brimstone, where it felt
I haven't read Redstone yet. I haven't read
oh, okay, okay,
Quicksilver.
okay. We won't talk about that then. Anyways, this was like there was a lot going on, but it meant something. You know what I mean? Like in the second
Mhm.
book of this too. But I don't know. It is kind of more of the same. There's this really cool part, like half the story they're not really together, kind of because they're in different parts doing their own type of
Yeah.
drama and
Their
stuff.
own thing.
And they add in some points of view for other characters too. Like her sister has a narrator in the audiobook. So there's three narrators in the audiobook for the second one. And there's just a lot going on, and I don't know. I kind of love that. It definitely gives me more of like that fun fantasy vibe that you would get from like the Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
I got those without it being super high fantasy. Like it definitely gave me the D&D vibes. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
It's one of my top reads of the year.
Hey, you love what you love. There's no shame,
I love what I love.
no
I do
judgment.
kind of
It's,
agree. It could be a little surfacey. I
mm.
kind of agree with that.
Who said what?
It could be kind of surface level a little bit. The
Um.
characters annoyed you. Well, let me. This is the kind of banter that's very like snarky
Mhm.
and
Yeah. Well.
quippy, like very quippy and snarky. And if that's not your thing, um, and she also swears a lot, and it's very modern day. So I don't know.
I did
It
like that
has a
we have
style.
like actual Fae characters with wings because that was interesting. I don't think I've seen anything like that since the Cool Prince series that I read a
Yeah.
while back, that YA series. So I like that the fact we're going back to Fae with, you know, those kind of elements to them, to the
Yeah.
world.
And in the second book, you get more of those other fantasy characters, like Noctis, I think the dark one, the
Hmm.
shadow kind of shadowy one, and then the dwarf. He's there too. He's like one of my favorites, Thrag. Um, and then
I think I've told you this, but like when we were talking about it, but I'm like, I almost wish it had no romance because I actually liked the found family so much. So I'm like, can we just like, if you're not going to, to me, I'm like, if you're not going to develop the romance to me the way like where it's going to work for me, I'm like, just make it a very minor subplot kind of a
yeah,
thing, and just
I think
make
it.
the found family more focused.
I think it absolutely. If there was no romance in this at all, I think it'd survive very well. I think it's fine. There's enough going on
Hmm.
without it. What there, I mean, the romance is obviously a major part of it too, and you find out a little bit more about that in the next book too. So,
Okay.
um, I don't know. If you don't want to read the next book, that's cool. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna read the third one.
You're like, you're like, just fine. If you don't want to read it, it's fine.
Fine. I won't even say you're wrong on this one. Okay, you're not
Okay.
wrong on this one. It's just you just didn't like it, and that's okay. So then in September,
We read The Wolf
oh
King
god,
by Lawrence Helferman.
total opposites from the last book.
I really liked it. I haven't read the second one yet, The Night Prince. Have you?
I DNF'd it.
Oh, you DNF'd it? I don't even remember that. Oh wow.
I did start the second one, and it could have just been to me at the time, but I was so bored. And I was feeling this. So, The Wolf King, I think, is a good book. Like, it's definitely has that Outlander vibes. I for some reason wasn't expecting them to be Scottish, but I really loved the audiobook of it. But this was one of those books where I think I got spoiled for it because a lot of people were like, if you like the hero in this book, wait till book 2. And so I read this book knowing in my mind that I don't think this hero is endgame. So I never could get invested in him. And again, he's so nice. He's super nice and like says all the right things, does all the right things almost. And when she gets mad at him, she gets mad at him for, I'm sorry, being responsible. I don't know. Like, I just, and it
He
was
had a lot
really
of golden
long.
retriever energy that didn't create some.
Yeah.
It was like the an insta lust part of it, and I think I remember that, and I think I didn't remember that. That's the reason why I wanted to read the book, was because I'm like, oh, someone said Akatar vibes for book 2. I'm like, okay, that's
And
kind of what I
that's what
want.
spoils me for it because
And
now
I'm
I
like,
can't read
okay,
book 1 invested in this romance at all because I'm like, well, he ain't gonna be endgame because Akatar, we all know how Akatar is. Anyways, I don't know.
you know, actually, I think I liked the hero enough. I just didn't. There was certain elements that I was like, okay, with his brother, that I'm like, that's weird. Um, and I liked where the book was ending. I don't know if it, just having not read book 2 yet, I don't know if it's worth the hype, at least for book 1. But then again, when book 1 is a 5-star sometimes in these series, a lot of the times it goes downhill for me. So if a book is 4 stars, even 3 stars for book 1, but if I'm still like interested at least, like I'll give, book 2 a shot. Cause that's what happened with me with Akatar. I'm like, okay, well then it ends up being an all-time favorite series because then it has room to grow and it somehow opens the world up so much different than I had expected. Because like the Blood and Steel went downhill for me every book for the most part. I'm like, it stayed
Hmm.
kind of bleh, and the
Yeah.
ending was, and then the last book was really, I'm like, was not worth my time at the end
Oh,
of it.
see, I've only read
Um,
the first book in that series, and I felt like it was a little meh to me. So,
it's pretty much continues that. It's not good. It's not bad, but it's not necessarily great either. Um, and that's kind of where I'm okay with book 1 in this instance being a little nah for me to want to continue because that usually indicates to me that that's intentional.
yeah,
And yeah,
I don't think it's a why choose. And right now, in the first book, it is a love. Well, it's not even really a love triangle, but there's another man um that gets in the way type of thing.
and I wonder, and that's my whole thing too, is I like love triangles sometimes, especially if you don't know that it ends up being a white choose. And I'm like, that is so intriguing to me, and that how that opens up into a white choose, um, which is I think really fun to have. Or something major betrayal, or just something happens, momentum that just totally changes your perspective on who these characters reveal themselves to be.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I think there's only gonna be 3 books from my understanding, and because it got picked up traditionally midway, now
Yeah.
book 3 is happening next year sometime.
I mean, this might actually be one of my more disappointing reads because I was gifted this book, and so I was so excited about it the whole time. The premise sounds amazing,
Mhm.
but I and then she's like what is it? An herbalist? Not an herbalist, but she does a lot of herby things too, and that part was boring. And there was just nothing like once they got to the keep, there was just nothing happening. And I think again, this is just more of a character driven story, and I'm more of a plot girl. So I don't know. Um,
It's funny you say that because I love a healer type. That's why I like the Pen Cole series, because I love a healer heroine. There's just something about it that I just like it, that they're just doing something that is not looked as important, but it actually ends up being very important because what you're doing is you're saving people's lives, or you're doing something that is actually
Yeah.
very essential. So
But they
I'm proud of myself.
show her saving people and helping people in the Pencoal series. And this one, she just mixing up
How,
some potions. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
more
not
told
really
to me.
doing,
So
yeah.
yeah,
It kind of, yeah, it definitely, I could see why it says Outlander vibes, because it gives me that whole going to the keep in the first season kind of a thing. So
yeah. I actually love a love triangle and I love white shoes. I just want it to
mhm.
tell me what's what before I get there. Like I don't want to be guessing. You know what I mean?
You
I
want to
want
have
to know
your
what to expect.
expectations
You're
managed.
right. I need to have those expectations set so I can be in the mindset of like, okay, all these people are going to be in game together, or is one of these people going to get screwed? You know what I mean? Like, I just need to know which way I'm going. So I don't know. I've
I
never been
hope
a
it
person
has
that
some.
didn't hate a love triangle. I'm okay with a love triangle sometimes.
Yeah. And I think to me too as well is why I kind of like the love triangles, is because that usually means there's some sort of betrayal. Because for me, second chance, I love that. So in a fantasy romance, the only time you're really going to get a second chance is usually because there's a betrayal somewhere in the series. And it's
Mhm.
like the most epic and like the most heart-hurting kind of moment. And so for me, that's why I love that, because it gives me that second chance feeling. And so I'm wondering, like, with love triangles, that also sometimes can indicate there's going to be some sort of betrayal or something that's going to happen. Some sort of drama
Yeah.
that I'm going to eat up.
Yep. Yeah. I get you. So then
This
we read
October
October, a great
by
book,
Blake of Nightmares and Fire by Blake Gallows.
a great epic fantasy romance. I still think about this book, the nightmare stuff, like her nightmares and stuff like that. So cool. And I loved
What did
this
I?
hero
Oh, I didn't even leave
of
a review.
Nightmares and Fire. Let me see what I wrote. I want to read the second book. She hasn't written one yet.
She did get her audiobook officially picked up, though. I think the audiobook was traditionally picked up, I think.
I didn't write a what am I doing? Maybe I
Yeah,
wrote
you
it
did.
down.
It's in here.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
You're my first one that pops up because you're my friend on Goodreads.
This might have been when I was just switching over to page amount, so that could have been it. Reviews. Yes. I have it in page amount too. Yeah, I did. So you can't do half stars in Goodreads, so I did give it 4.5 in page amount. Look at me using half stars in page amount.
I
Woohoo!
I know. Look at you.
I know.
I'm too indecisive, so I actually like having whole stars.
In
Makes
this
me
one, I did
choose.
put. I did do a 4.5 because I felt like there were many questions that were never answered in this book. I do think that's on purpose, but it kept me hooked through the whole thing as I was reading it, and I was really like interested in every single part of it. I liked the nightmare stuff, the Freddy Krueger vibes with the monsters and
Hmm.
stuff, and then the Shadow Daddy that was a little bit different of a Shadow Daddy. Um, I love that part. Oh yeah, and her struggles with being basically assaulted and beat and
Her
her
dad
entire
isn't
life.
agreed. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so I rated it 4 star. I didn't write a review, but what I remember is that the reason why I wanted to read it, especially for October, is it was kind of catchphrases like it was a gothic, dark gothic romantasy, Freddy Krueger vibes. There's like deadly trials that the heroes had to go through to, for her hand, those kind of things. So that was what intrigued me, and of course, the nightmare magic, all that kind of stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
I think for me, the main reason why is it didn't feel atmospheric enough in the gothic sense, and that's kind
It
of
wasn't
where,
gothic.
yeah, it was a dark romantasy, but it
Hmm.
wasn't necessarily gothic. Just because there's
Right.
nightmare magic and Freddy Krueger magic didn't make it gothic.
Hmm.
Um, and that terminology, especially since a lot of this was in a desert. It was so it's kind of hard to say it's a gothic when the sun is shining
Yeah, no,
and
it's
beating
and when it's
down.
not in a crumbling estate and it's not in
Yeah,
like there's not
it's
spooky shit going around. Yeah, I know,
there's
I
not
get
like
it.
this even atmospheric because oh gosh, the one dark window one that's I didn't necessarily like it, but it is gothic because it has gothic atmosphere
Hmm.
feeling, not necessarily a one abandoned location somewhere. Um, so yeah, that was not even there wasn't even this like dark film across with the atmosphere to even say yeah, this is gothic because
And
of the
see,
atmosphere.
I don't think I read this thinking it was gothic, so maybe that's why. Because I didn't. You might have said that, and it didn't stick, and I don't remember. But
Hmm.
I didn't
It
read
was
it
like
thinking there was
I think
anything.
it's like the blurb that the author has and the
Oh,
blurb on her Instagram posts and such when I was looking at the books to I was interested in to do for the book club, but that's mainly why. So for me, it's kind of that whole marketing and managing readers' expectations. You can't just because Gothic is trending because of Anathema and all the other ones doesn't mean that you should be using it for your marketing because what you're gonna do is make readers frustrated
yeah,
um, when that's not what it is or ends up being.
yeah,
So my 2 cents.
yeah. I gotcha. So then in November,
A real true Gothic
a
romance
real
is
true
me.
gothic, um,
Eldred. Book two.
tortured soul of a
Mm.
man in this book. Oh my gosh. I loved this book. I know you guys had mixed feelings. I know Becky gave it 3 stars and
I
skipped
gave
a
it
lot
four
of it.
stars.
Oh, you
I
gave it
really
a
liked
4.
it, but there was obviously reasons why I didn't do a 5 star, but it was still really good.
Even reflecting back, I could probably say I still it's just one of those things where it's like the writing in this is so beautifully done. I don't know how not to give it 5 stars. Like that's just I don't know. I could say it's too long. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Um I
you were
could say
stuck in
there's
one location too long.
yeah, and then the whole point of view with the other people, like his friends that are fighting to get to them. I feel like that whole part you could do without, like honestly.
It was
Um
confusing, but till they made full circle when they met them, that was a really cool kind of cutscene that I think
mhm.
would be more better done in a different medium on TV than it would be than it was done in the book.
I was gonna say, to me, while reading it, it felt like a TV show, like episodically, where
Mhm.
you're like, okay, we're back from commercial, and now we're following these people, and then now we're gonna go back to these people. So, I liked that, but at the same time, I could see that it wasn't truly adding a lot to the story, so it could totally have been cut out, and the story would have survived on its own.
Yeah.
But the absolute struggle of Zavander here and his backstory, which I don't like a backstory book. I don't give a shit. I don't care about people's backstories. I want to move on with the plot. Um, but I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
I actually really liked it and it didn't go too detailed that I think people would be a little bit too like it's too much for them. They're too dark to go over because truly a lot of it was kind of done, which I think Carrie Lake understands trauma very well because how she wrote this was that when someone's going through a traumatic experience, sometimes they go through an out of body experience, and that is where Zavander kind of went when he was talking to that entity. And to me had a lot more emotional impact for me because I'm like, that was truly felt more realistic as going through traumatic experiences in the past. That was like something I had even more major respect for the author because she did that so well and because she did it so respectfully too as well is just had more of an emotional impact. She was able to do it shining a light on something without being gratuitous and not being authentic. And
Yeah.
that was just a mastercraft right there for me.
Yeah, to me, it just was masterful writing, and I just couldn't get away from a 5 star from it. I missed his siblings and didn't enjoy his trauma dumps. Loved the creatures and her family. And it's not. I agree with that one. His trauma dumps were a lot. Like it was a lot, and what he
Hmm.
was going through was a lot. So,
But you know me, I like the men to go through some trauma.
oh yeah, this the kind of what's it called, amnesia type of thing.
Yeah, that amnesia thing was weird. So it makes me think I should have read. And this one I didn't reread Anathema, and I feel like I probably should have. That's probably why I would have gotten in a 5 star if I would have done a reread. Because like some of this sounds like, wait, what? Like, why are we? I'm like, are
Yeah.
we sure? That was weird.
But I liked how, like, throughout the story, he's like visiting her as her life is going on, kind of thing. And having those two things meet and understand a little bit more of it. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just liked it. I don't know. It was.
I
I liked it.
there were some parts too that was such a dark setting, like a dark humor. It was just hilarious to me, like the glove that she was wearing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Cracked
I
me
like,
up.
and then she was trying to like. It wasn't it like an iron glove? Like it was metal. It was
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, because I think isn't he like some sort of crow or raven? I forget what he is. I think he's like a
Raven,
crow
but
dragon something or whatever.
something or other, and then yeah, and it's just like try to like, I don't know, it was awesome. Her
And in
magic is
the end, she
cool.
got like another magic thing, so it kind of made that kind of pointless. I'm like, why did we do the glove thing? Because that made certain Smithy
Because
times interesting.
gloves are cool, man. Okay, gloves
Plus,
are cool.
she had to have a way to do the whole pain thing for Zavander, apparently.
Yeah, I do kind of wish she said like did just stay with the duology on this one because she writes such great like standalones,
The
and
duology, yeah. Mhm.
her writing is very visual and it has a great pacing to it throughout usually. I just don't know that I needed a trilogy on this one. I could like a duology would have been good, but I don't know.
And I can see why maybe she turned a trilogy because obviously she got picked up. Then obviously she wanted to delve in because sometimes that's what book two is. That's why people are like, well, it's just a filler book. I'm like, well, guys, that's what an episodic trilogy
That's
does.
yeah,
Is
you have the beginning, the middle, and the end. And the middle is usually the
the first
hardest
one.
to create because you're bridging these two gaps. So
Yeah.
yeah, but you still need it.
Hmm. That's like a pet peeve of mine. I'm like, just in the back of my mind every time I say, well, it's just a filler book. It was book two, and I'm like, guys, it's important. You shouldn't want like certain things. I get it. It can be a slog, but I'm just like, there's a reason.
But
Usually,
well, there better be a reason,
there
if
better
we
be a
should say.
reason. Yeah,
Yeah, a good writer will make it worth the ending. So I don't
and
know.
make
And
you
I think
appreciate
Carrie
even.
Lake, yeah,
Yes,
I think Carrie Lake is one of those writers. And then we finished this year off on an absolute dud, right?
this one.
December.
Yeah, yes. And I didn't write a banner for it, but was captured by the pirate Laird.
Captured by the poopy nice guy pirate Laird. He's not even a gentleman pirate. Because, like, a gentleman pirate to me still has this air of uh, villainy. You know what I mean? Like, he's still a villain in a way. Um, but he could be like, he won't kill you
He's
today.
serious.
He'll feed you and clothe you and bathe you today. But later on, he probably will still kill you.
It's almost like what we like about well, what I like about Gothic heroes is they're mysterious. You don't know, is he gonna kill you, because you don't know if he is like the murderer.
I know.
Is he that, one of the Victorian ones where there's like a little Dr. Jekyll or whatever. Like, you're like, I don't know, is he going to kill you? Because if he's
Yeah, is he gonna? Am I getting the murder side today or the
it,
romance side today? I don't know.
you're like, I
Keeps
don't
me on
know.
my
Is he?
toes.
He's got that
Yeah.
kind of personality where he's very mysterious and dangerous. Like.
Yeah. So I think overall, now that we've reviewed the books of the year, do you have a favorite? Like, what is your favorite read?
Probably going to be Anathema, hands down.
I was gonna say it could very well be Anathema easily. I am gonna say the Scattered Bones, but I will agree with the Anathema. Scattered Bones. I
Yeah, that
can't
was your
like. I
favorite
still
last
think
year.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I didn't reread, and this was last year's book. So I guess my second would be Anathema, and then a very close third for me was Smoke and Scar. So
What would have been my second? Obviously Eldridge, but I would have to say enjoyment wise, I think I really liked The Wolf King, and then I did like Dare to be Duchess. So I don't know. I just what I realized is I really want to find some more good historical fiction. That's what I think. I feel like a lot of these were done.
yeah,
But we had some awesome fantasy romances, and I want to continue that too.
I know. I do too. Speaking of, where did I put my phone at? Oh, there it is. Next year, we want to continue with fantasy romance, historicals. We need to just maybe we should think about historicals more. I definitely think we should read a Lindsay Sands.
Yes, a paranormal romance of hers or a historical of hers. Or both.
I'm okay with either. I feel like we could do a historical and then we could pick a paranormal, like a vintage paranormal.
For like the fall or
Yeah. That could be cute.
yeah. Because she
And
has
then
that, plus there's a J.R. Ward one that I would like to try sometime too.
okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll like it, but I'm okay with it because like the old like shadow hunters and stuff that never appealed to me at all.
I don't
But
know.
I liked-
I'm apprehensive because like younger me would have devoured it, but I don't know if today Crystal would absolutely love it, but I would probably appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. So for fantasy romances, for January's book, do you have any idea what you want to read?
I have a list. For fantasy romances, we did a read historical. Would like to switch it up a bit.
Either.
I have a few.
Okay.
I'm trying to find ones that I already own, but I don't know if you've read them.
Okay.
The top two pick I have would be Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru or When the Moon Hatched. I don't know if you read those.
Heavenly Bodies I have. When the Moon Hatched is one of those where I don't know that I want to. I'm like so it's one that's very polarizing for a lot of people. I think I don't know if I'm going to be the person that likes it.
Okay. And then A King So Cold by Ella Fields, and I don't know if you like that author. I know you've read a different one by her, but I know Desperate Fiction likes this one, and that's why it looked wintry.
I've read her, and I actually DNF'd that specific book.
All right.
So for me, I'm trying to like see what I had in my. I think I have a lot of second books in my Kindle Unlimited, to be quite honest, and stuff. Oh, I get to delete Pirate Laird. Yes.
There you go.
Return.
Oh, Feathers So Vicious I had in here too, by Liv Zander. I
haven't read that one. I have not read that one.
Okay.
So I think I have it somewhere here in my Kindle, but I can't remember. Um, there's also one called The Forgotten Dawn. It's by Lauren A. Blake. That's one that I really wanted to read this year, but I didn't get to it. It's a very like political fantasy romance.
Ooh, yeah, I think this was one of that you had mentioned as an option one time. So
And then
that's an option. Sure.
there's also another like mermaidy one called a wraith. Hang on. A Wraith Beneath the Tides by Amelia J. And I read another book by Amelia J. And this one is like I'm pretty sure she's like a mermaid type. Pirates of the Caribbean meets Atlantis.
But that's what we had at the start. The development of the studio and the techniques that we utilize.
I'm reading the premise. Hold on.
Folks like Warren Davis.
It does have a pirate. I'm just saying. I think she's a pirate.
It's like if you think about
one that like Jess and her Patreon have been really getting me, talking me into. This book called Kissed by the Gods. It's Kissed by the Gods. It's by
that that was on my
okay. Of course I can't find it.
Of course now it's like glitching on me.
So those are my fantasy romances. And then historicals, I don't have any really that I'm like super.
I think historicals we might have to look at maybe February to think of it in February.
Yeah.
And think about it. I want to make sure.
Give me a day. I'll have that for tomorrow.
See what I can find, and I'll give you options.
There is okay, this one was a free book that it is, I think it's dark historical, I think. Is it also fantasy? I can't remember. It's a gas lamp fantasy. So it feels very Victorian. Between Ink and Shadows by Melissa Wright. I like the covers.
And then they would be like, wait a minute, you made Cuba? So I'm like, well, it never came up in conversation.
What's it called?
Between Ink and Shadows.
I do have to say, I am very proud of my contribution.
And then I have some of these like
digitized graphics, but it's like they just existed. It's like they just came out of nowhere. No, you go,
this one's White Shoes. I don't know that you're gonna like it, but I know there's another one.
Society. I like that.
No, you're okay.
Kissed by the Gods. I think the Kissed by the Gods sounds good. What was the other one I did?
One that I seriously have been also trying to read, Our Vicious Oaths by N.E. Davenport. I've been trying to read that for so long now.
It was a fairly rough neighborhood. But from my earliest days, I started, drawing, probably started with a crayon or something, and found myself inspired by cartoons. Anything I saw on TV, I remember popping.
I just really love N.E.
Do we want to
Davenport's
maybe
writing.
do a poll of those ones? Because, like, I like all three of those ones you said. So, Our Vicious Oaths, Kissed by the Gods, and then what was the other one?
Between A Wraith Beneath the Tides, or Between
the Forgotten Dawn. That's what it is.
Oh, The Forgotten Dawn. Yeah, we could do that.
Because between those three, those ones all three sound intriguing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to read all three next year, but if we want one of them to at least read a book club book, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we can do a poll for those three and see who wins.
Okay, I'll put one up on my Instagram. How about that?
There you go. Yeah.
Forgotten Dawn.
You can also do a poll on your YouTube post. Because we'll probably do it on your channel. To start off
smart
this year.
That's smart.
But I was a huge
The Forgotten Dawn, Kissed by the Gods, and what was the third one again?
I'll send them to you.
Okay.
The Forgotten Dawn.
Actually got a job doing it.
The Forgotten Dawn, Kissed by the Gods, and what was the third one?
Our Vicious Oaths.
Our Vicious Oaths. That's right. Okay. I got it now. Locked in. Cool. Well, I think we had an okay reading year this year. But I'm still excited to continue this book club with you next year, Crystal.
Hey, me too.
I love seeing when a book that we both like comes up because we do have different reading tastes. So like when an anathema comes up, you know what I mean? Like you're just like, yes.
We both liked it.
Yeah.
It's just funny that like maybe we like it for different reasons, but it was still a 5-star for both of us. So like that's what's awesome.
This is a good suggestion. I think I do have some Black historicals, honestly, on my on my list, but I have to see. I have a bunch of historicals on my Kindle. Historicals just haven't been hitting, so I don't know. I mean, we could always do Our Vicious Oaths for February too, because Annie Davenport.
Oh, it's okay. That's cool.
Coven of Ill Repute. Oh yeah, this is also on my Kindle somewhere. So maybe.
Yeah, because we don't have to do every other. To me, it doesn't really. I want us to like the book that we want to read, and I know a lot of the times historical hits better for me in the spring.
Yeah.
So.
Me too.
Yeah. So.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm literally a mood reader this season.
Gotta love that mood reading. All right. Do we have any closing remarks?
No, I'm excited to see what we do. Is there anything we want to change for next year? So, like, I like the fact that we're doing voting. I think that's fun to get more other people to want to join as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we still want to read those 3 too as well. So that's why I like that. So we either way we like whatever is selected. So we're excited to read whatever we select. So
I would totally be down for a Discord too, but I am such a terrible keeper-upper of all those things.
Yeah, I don't. I'm working on it for my. I'm gonna try to do it for my channel to do for Ever Afterthon. We can add one on there eventually, but I think just at least doing a voting thing like YouTube and Instagram is a good start. We don't have to start big. We can just start small with voting that way.
I like that our book club is just like
chill.
Yes. Too many rules. I'm gonna be like, nope, don't want to do it. No pressure. Yeah.
But like at least it's nice to also get others to feel more part of the club too as well, so they can vote.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Alrighty, that's all I have. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna get picked for January.
Thank you all for joining us this year, and we would love to have you back next year. Night.
Night. Awkward wave.